Mo Kribas wins the tap against Parsa Fowler for win for Tommy Lloyd's Wildcats. Post entry for Kribas, spinning to the baseline on Fowler, and it rolls off. His team's a combined 0 of 6. Kribas high-low, and Pete left it short. Kribas trying to save it.
He's starting to understand where his shots are coming from. Clary's understanding what Lutz wants from the point guard spot. And one foul in the first 2 minutes. It's key that he doesn't pick up this second one.
That's a guy we're going to be watching all day. And Christian Coleman. And cleared by the Cowboys. Here is Anthony Roy all the way to the cup. And he got fouled and goes down 6 years. 18 points per game. We told you coming off 2 of his 3 biggest scoring games this year. An offensively challenged start to this game out of both sides.
And that defensive stance right there.
Coleman to the cup from Roy.
And that all started with Clary. You get stops, you can get out of transition.
That's what Clary could do for Oklahoma State. Nifty reverse from Burries. Right, big 8 for Tommy Lloyd. Clary moves it for Roy. We told you he will pull from anywhere. And Roy.
And that's dangerous.
Owaka was met at the rim. He got it back and he swirls one home.
A style of basketball that is hard to truly prepare for.
Aristo, no dice, cleaned up by who else? Tommy Owaka. Coach Greenberg was talking about this on College Game Day earlier today. Owaka got a piece of it, and then Burries ripped it away and drew the foul on Ben Clary. Shot clock at 10. Owaka driving on Machukis for 2 more. Dribble handoff, Victorious Miller. The LSU transfer lost his footing. Shot clock winding down. The drive on Burries. Back out Fowler. Owaka's been rolling. Averages a double-double off the bench. Help came. Owaka stayed patient. Kribas cleans it up and got fouled. Arizona at 9-0 in the Big 12. Started the day 1 game.
Oklahoma State, when you're that close, you just have to convert.
Delorso thought there was contact, so he was off balance. Miller, he connects out of the corner.
And that right there is just good offense. His playmaking and his facilitating.
Owaka stayed patient underneath, and he's got 8.
There's nothing that Marjukis can do down there with him right now.
Delorso on the drive and spins it home. Delorso going to work on Roy, and he gets the roll from Curry. Burries in transition all the way to the cup. Owaka left alone. Owaka can't connect. He doesn't for the casual fan watching. The empty side. Explain what you're talking about there.
So empty side ball screen, to make it very simple, lifts. But if you empty it out, now you completely change where they defend or how they defend the pick and roll.
In the mid-range, that doesn't fall for Victorious Miller. Fowler cleaned it up and got fouled by Kribas. Fowler to the line, 5th-year senior, Oregon State transfer. You mentioned how Google wasn't sufficing for me today. 10-point edge for Arizona. Pete. Followaway doesn't go. Big rebounding edge for Arizona. They are +7. Out rebounding Oklahoma State 16-9. And Bradley's got 2 more. Left it short. Delorso pushes. Poked away by Miller. Rescued by years 3 of them here in Tucson. Second foul, by the way, on Anthony Delorso. And that was the biggest bubble win of the night for anyone in the country. Bradley can't connect from deep and cleared by Christian. Cooked out by Roy for Miller. He runs with Coleman. The drop off. Coleman attacks to the rim for 2. And a quick 5-0. Roy races out. Coleman wants the lob. Instead, Miller trails. And Miller can't knock it down as Pete snatches another rebound.
Other 2 were open, but I think they could have gotten better shots in transition.
Bradley's lob was intended for Pete, but couldn't hit. And Owaka saves it for Burries. Alone in transition. Burries attacks and drew the foul. Jalen.
They've earned it. I mean, they earned it. One of the best resumes in the country, if not the best.
Get it up by 8. Bradley rejected the screen, streaking down the lane, and he gets fouled.
Heads-up play by IQ savvy point guard.
There's just no built-in help. Just 6 of 11 at the free throw line here in the first half. And Bradley does salvage the second.
Freshman out there with Jaden Bradley. And Bradley is the enforcing the catalyst that is leading the
way. And Bradley the swipe. Hit ahead for Pete. The hammer. The drive, and he's blocked by Waka. Bradley in transition off the bounce, got bumped, and was been top 40 recruit in the country. 6'8" from the Netherlands. Del Orso can't connect with Waka.
With only about 8 seconds to come off that clock. Not the best.
Bradley, tough shot in the mid-range. He wanted a foul, 2 points per game. You see 6 minutes without points for Oklahoma State, and Fowler finally ends that.
It's a possession. They need a lot more of those.
You saw the first made bucket for Parson Fowler came 18.5 minutes into this first half.
Not afraid of the big fella.
The redshirt junior guard from Virginia Beach has gone from Penn State. Good on both. 1:02 to go until halftime from Tucson. Margin where they've hung around in this first half. They handle the pressure. Burries attacks. He scores. He's got a chance at 3. It's been more of the same from Arizona. Last 2 seconds for Curry. No dice. And that closes out a sterling first half. Started the day. They're the second team out of his projected field. Braden Burries is a blurry transition.
Yeah, I don't
pass on a fast break, and why not? He is a bucket in transition. Roy buries a 3. So what's the
way a little bit, but he just has to let it fly.
Gets it back in transition, and he wanted another. Karchenkov draws a blocking foul on his baseline.
But defensively is where he separates himself from a lot of other guys out there.
Kribas. Well, head fake was nifty on Fowler. Coleman backs it out. Late shot clock. Roy doesn't realize it. Got to get it up. And it's a shot clock violation.
I would say the same thing. I would say he could play in the league. His mobility needs to get a little bit better. But I think with the way he's been able to do that right there. I watched Bonsa and Peterson.
Yeah, that was the big one, what, a week ago or so, as Karchenkov scores. Back in December when Duke had a big lead in that game. Curry on the drive, and he gets fouled by Yvonne.
You asked me the question earlier. What's Kribas' ceiling? Can he play in the NBA? Yes, with plays like that, you see, he wasn't making that play when he first.
Off target from deep, Burries the rebound. Karchenkov in transition. Bradley, look out!
They're doing right now. This team is scary. And I mean, offensively, they have not made a 3. And they're up by
13.5 minutes to go here. But we ask about, well, what are they going to do the rest of the season? They got a loaded slate coming. And there's going to be some more heaving in the air. Houston is at number 16 BYU tonight. Kelvin Sampson's team 8-1 in the Big 12 here in Tucson. Del Orso around the screen, probing on Crotty and banks it in.
That's such a high-level shot.
Still have at Arizona State, home against Kansas, at UCF, home against Houston in Quad 1 in the
Texas Tech game. When they were at home, and then on the road, even though they lost, I mean, 42 as a freshman is high is the sole reason as to why.
Achuk is throwing right away to Bradley all alone. Arizona has outscored Oklahoma State 36-9. Del Orso feeling flashy to Kribas for 2. Coleman at the expiration of the horn. Del Orso pushes, feeling flashy again. Lead in a Big 12 game this year at 37. Fowler with 2 on the block. And run down by Curry. Del Orso trying to bust out of that shooting slump. Fowler got the drop off, and Burries initiates on Clary. Hesitation off the baseline with a roll.
He's just so skilled.
Corner, shot clock below 10. Del Orso. Teammates gonna love that for Anthony Del Orso. This year he's been down at 29% from long range. Tommy Lloyd's been telling him, hang with it. Clary answer. Still grabbing at that right elbow as he goes to the free throw line.
I mean, I think before this game, they were playing exceptionally well. But I mean, you come here into an environment where you're playing against to bounce back. No matter what happens, if you have a great game, if you have a bad game, you have to respond well.
Down. Evan Nelson in transition gave it up to Karchenkov on the drive. And Karchenkov, 33 minutes. Getting back to full health.
Which is a great time.
Karchenkov off the turnover. Arnold for Arrowstone who tried to break the rim. Nelson follows it up with two. Driving dish to Nelson who buries a three. The Tucson native and the Harvard transfer. How hard is that for a college kid to just made a run to hang around, but then found itself down to by 18 at halftime, and the second half has been dominant.
Break. It was winter break, so the students weren't there.
Still a sellout.
It was, yeah, that's impressive. And I'm 1-0 in this building, by the way.
Utter domination from the Wildcats yet again.
And it started on the defensive side. I mean, defensively, they get